Hey, it's Michelle from Weekend Craft here, and I am coming at you today with the latest heat press from HTVRONT. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to unbox this, I'm going to give you guys sort of the rundown of how it comes in the box, how you set it up, and then we're going to do our first project and I'll give you my initial thoughts and review on this machine. Now, HTVRONT did send this over to me, but in no way is this a sponsored post. They just sent it over for me to try and give you guys an honest review. Now, I'm a little picky when it comes to my heat presses, and I have a lot of experience with heat presses. So I have, just in my studio alone, I think 5 or 6 heat presses right now, but I have tried probably close to a dozen. So let me give you my opinion on this. So let's jump right in and unbox this. Now, if you're looking for the link for this heat press, I will put everything down below in the description. I'll also link another video for the HTVRONT hat press and for the Cricut AutoPress in case you guys are interested in those as well. So let's jump right into this and see what we think about it. So you can see here it comes in a bag and we're going to lift this out. Now, this is a lighter heat press similar to the HTVRONT AutoPress. That is what really has me interested in a lot of these HTVRONT machines, is the weight of them. Because some heat presses, like the one over there I'm looking at from Heat Press Nation, that thing, I can't lift it. Every time I want to film over here or move it around, I usually need help or it needs to be on a desk with wheels. These, working alone in my studio, I can usually lift them out without any help. Now, let's hope I didn't just jinx that, but I think we'll be okay. Also, I didn't know what color they sent me until right now. I should have realized it when I took this out, but they sent me the mint one, which is perfect because that is my favorite color. This is packed really well, and it is 96 degrees out right now, and I had to turn my air conditioning off to film this video, so I'm a little hot. Okay. Okay, right off the bat, I can lift it off for myself. This, I don't know if I just did that. There we go. That shifted a little bit. Okay, let me get rid of this box and let's take a look at it and get it set up. So in terms of instructions, there aren't many. It gives you the instructions on how to use it, and there's not too many to set up. So what I'm doing is I am untangling all the cords, or not untangling, but unwrapping them. Still gotta keep this one together. So I'm going to plug in our controller here, and then I'm going to plug in our actual heat press. Okay, that's a good sign. It turned on, or beeped at least. So I'm gonna hit the power button here. I think. It says when you're doing it, like when your shirt or your substrate is down here, to swing the arm away and then turn it on. So let's do that. So this is the controller I was talking about. This is the power button here. Then we have our temperature control. So let's put this up to 300, say 305 degrees. 30 seconds. So you'll see that's set. This is already starting to raise up. So we'll see how long this takes to heat up. Okay, you guys can see here it is up to temperature, and it took 3 minutes and 15 seconds to get up to 305 degrees.
Let's take a closer look at the HTVRONT Manual Press now that we've taken it out of the package. This has a swing arm that swings out the complete 360. Now you do want to note that you don't want to like keep swinging this around because the cord will wrap around the stand. But it is great that you have that movement in it. Now, the actual heat element of this is 15 inches by 15 inches, and you have a heat resistant pad here. This is also a manual adjustment for pressure, and then you have this ergonomic handle here. Now let's go ahead and make some shirts. I cut out some iron-on vinyl, and I heated up my heat press to 315 degrees and set it for 40 seconds. Now I'm using Cricut Ironon vinyl because it's what I had on hand, and we're going to be making 5 shirts. I'm making these shirts for my family, and I'm going to go ahead and do a 5-second preheat. This will get out any wrinkles on your shirt and prep it to put down your iron-on vinyl. Now, I already went ahead and weeded out my 5 designs, or 1 design, 5 pieces, and I'm adding this on to the shirt here. I use a Teflon sheet in between the iron-on carrier sheet and the heating element, and I swing away the arm. Now, I'm going to do a cooler peel on these, so I'm going to go ahead and do all 5 shirts. So just like that, all 5 shirts are done, and I am peeling off the carrier sheet here. Now I did this all on cotton polyester. You can see the finished shirt here. It came out really professional. None of the iron-on was lifting. It is really adhered to the cotton polyester and feels like it's one with the shirt.
So let's talk about my initial impressions of the HTVRONT Manual Press. Now, I went ahead, as you guys saw, I pressed 5 shirts with this. I thought it would be a great test because I think a lot of the people who might be considering buying this machine, maybe someone who is going to make shirts for their entire family, they might be starting a small business with it or an Etsy shop. So it's always great to kind of put it to the test that way. So those 5 shirts I made, they were actually a gift for my sister's family, and I thought they came out really great. I used Cricut Iron-on vinyl because I had it on hand here, and I pressed it with what I think is a medium pressure. So the iron-on on it infused really nice. All the shirts were a cotton polyester blend. Now, to be completely transparent, they're a gift, so I haven't washed them yet. I will be doing like my thoughts on this machine in either 6 months or a year. So I'll let you know how the shirts wash as they kind of get worn and get cycled through the washer machine. Now, I do think that the heat plate on this is nice, got a nice even press. Some of the things that I like about it are the price point. I think for $170.99, which is the price of this while I'm doing the video, I think the price point is really great because a lot of the higher end heat presses are like anywhere from $500 to $700. So price point is less than a machine, which is really nice because if you're buying like something like a Cricut machine or a Silhouette, you don't want your heat press that you're going to want to buy to be more than the machine because that can kind of hurt. You start a hobby and then the accessories are more than the actual machine. So love the price on this. I love the swing arm. This is the first swing arm that I've had. So having this up at the studio, there's no kids up here. I like the fact that I can swing this out. There is some potential to maybe burn yourself here, but if you're being careful, I think it'll be okay. I like the fact that it swings 360 degrees. Just have to watch out for this cord here. You only swing it that way fully once. So as a plus size woman, I do a lot of plus size shirts. So with the AutoPress from HTVRONT, my one complaint of it was it has the pull-out drawer, which was nice, but there was a little bit of an overlap, so it was hard to get your shirt in, get your iron on straight. With this, I can move it completely away and have full access here to my design that I'm putting down. So I like that. The other thing for me, which is a big bonus, is the fact that this is like, I think under 30 pounds. So I can lift it up, carry it around the studio. I don't need someone else to move this for me. So love the swing arm, love the weight, love the price point. Here are a couple things that I don't love. Now, if you have used an AutoPress before, you know that you don't really have to figure out the pressure. With this machine, you have this dial back here that's up or down. So down is more pressure, up is less pressure. It is kind of a guessing game. Like, I'd love if there was like a mark or something on here that could tell me what medium pressure is. I think it's just something you're going to have to get used to as you're pressing. When it's really going to matter what pressure you have on this is when you're doing puff vinyl or when you're doing something like sublimation. Now let's talk about sublimation. I haven't done it yet. I do have plans to do it though. So this went up to, I believe, 410 degrees Fahrenheit, which is great for sublimation. And then it did go up to 999 seconds on the timer. So both of those are what you're looking for sublimation. So that is great. Working this here, once I get used to it, like that you just have to hold down the timer to have the timer start going. I will say it wasn't as intuitive at first, especially like once your timer goes off, you lift it up and you're like, what do I press to get it to stop blinking? So works great. We'll take a second for you guys to figure out how it initially works while you're using it. The great thing is though, is that you can just lift it up manually here. It's not like an auto machine where it goes up. So if you can't figure it out, you're just manually lifting it up anyway. But overall, for the price point of this machine, for the quality of it, I think this is a really great machine for $170, for under $200. So I'm going to give it my recommendation here. I am going to use it more. I'm going to use it with sublimation. I'll do some videos on that. And I'm going to come back with a more thorough review for you where I can talk about using this on more than something than just t-shirts. But overall, if you are just getting started or if you are on a budget, I think that this machine is a great option for you. If you're looking for any discounts, if I have any, I'll put them down below in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button below. And I put out videos reviewing machines and also teaching you different crafts in sort of the Cricut realm, the laser cutting realm, and in sublimation. Aside from that, I also do some painting tutorials and some everyday crafts where you don't need machines. So go ahead, hit that follow button, and I will see you guys in the next video.